up here to the start control, I was already a bit breathing quite hard as I misjudged my starting time a bit, so my warm-up got pretty intense in the end. I was just reached my start time before I started, so up here I'm still a bit stressed actually, which is not good when I'm attacking a course in the type of terrain where I have almost exclusively bad experiences. I'm so I have such a hard time understanding what's up and down in these type of terrains, and so I was quite nervous actually on how this was gonna play out. Over here I'm already actually losing a bit of track of where I am. I'm really struggling to understand what's hills and what's depressions, and so here I should have I stopped briefly, but I should have stopped for at least 5 more seconds to get a real good grip attacking the control. So because here I'm just running like on direction, running and praying, which is of course terribly stupid. So over here, yeah, I just know that I can't be too far away from it, and when I see these people down here, I just hope that they're around my control, which they're not. And well, as you can see on the map on the right side, this is actually quite a clear yellow depression on the map, a bit hidden from the control ring, but I should have seen that, which I didn't. So here I just run over this hill thinking I'm at the right place, and then but now I see the small features around me and understand where I am. But yeah, already here I've lost time and I know it, so I'm like a bit mad at myself here, but I understand that I just have to reset. There's nothing I can do now. So the second control I thought looked quite a little more manageable, with more like larger contour formations. So I saw quite quickly the hill right before the control, which I knew. As long as I can just point out that one, it should be very manageable to nail this control. So, and that was kind of my plan this race as well, was to single out the larger hills, as those I find them a bit easier to spot, and they're very, of course, very easy to spot in the terrain because they're so steep and so tall. So yeah, here I already kind of sense that this must be the large hill, so it's all about just climbing up here and then go find the control on the back of it. So I'm happy that I was able to reset, because I know that I'm just gonna find the control in this depression right here. So I was able to steer the ship in the right direction after a bit of a hesitant start here. So that was good at least. And now to the third, I saw that like the large hill and the small path there, and I thought, well, that has to be the quickest place to run. In these type of terrains, it tends to always be nicer to run on top of the hills rather than in or under them. So yeah, and already here I can see, happy to see a big path on top here. So I decided to follow this longer than my initial plan actually, just because it's so nice. So here I think I should have just stayed on the path instead of. I think I go left here pretty soon. Yeah, I do, and this is just stupid because I climb up the hill back again afterwards. So kind of stupid time loss. I thought I was gonna save some climbing here, but in reality it's basically nothing. And this is a bit slower as well, so I don't think that was necessary. But here I I see the yellow depression, and I know I'm in full control right before this control as well.
Oh shit.
I was very uncertain about my pace actually. Like I don't know if I'm running fast or slow even. So I just tried to push quite hard. Maybe a little bit too hard. I'll find out. But I didn't think the course would be this much in like the depression and hill section of the map as it turns out to be. So I thought I could burn a lot of energy here. But should probably have kept it a bit more conservative. But at least I can be happy with how I run after the first control now. Yeah, now I know I should just get over here and then go down to the control. Now to the fourth, I just saw the large like depression with the yellow patches right in front of the control, and I saw that I probably wanted to avoid climbing all the way down there, so I saw that there was this kind of small ridge on the left side which led to the small path, and I thought I could save some climbing by going a little to the left here. Not running down to the right here, which was, of course, in a sense tempting because it's such a safe way to run the course. But when I saw the path here, it was very simple. Not sure what kind of path this was because I started quite early, so maybe some kind of a animal track or something. But at least I'm here. I already see the spur in front of the control here, right ahead of me, so I know that I'm on the right place. I just take some time to clean the camera. I was already very sweaty, so I was a bit afraid that a lot of sweat had run down on the camera lens. So. Well, here I see it, and I already see that there's a fairly long leg, if you can say so, to the fifth. But I see the path, of course, which I decide I have to run on that, and then right in front of the control I see that larger hill, and I know that as long as I can just not misinterpret any of the formations in front of that larger hill after I exit the path, this should be very straightforward as well. Maybe I should, like in hindsight, have had a little more sophisticated plan than that, but as you will see, I end up hesitating just a little bit there in between the path and the larger hill. So, but I think overall the route choice was correct, and again my plan of singling out the larger hills I think is at least for me, the correct strategy here. It's very nice to run. Yeah, here I almost turned to the right. I didn't. Forgot to look properly at the map or the path on understand the intersection there, but luckily I managed to take the right path in the end. Yeah, and here it's very nice to run on. Like, not to run any uphills or any, like, heavy forest floor. It's just a regular hard path, which is very nice to run on. I try to, yeah, here you see I look quite a lot at the map to understand the contours ahead of that hill I talked about. And I can point out the hill with the, what do you even say, null on top of it. And I think I have to look here, but I think I thought that was the one I was climbing up here, or at least maybe the one before. Not really sure, can't remember, but I'm a little bit uncertain here exactly which one, until I see this massive, like re-entrant here, then I kind of understand again where I am. And that this is the large hill that I was planning on attacking the control from. But already here I'm very, very tired, and I, as has been the case in all my races this year, I'm a bit too aggressive with my speed in this beginning here. Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. This is the hill I was talking about, not the previous one. I misremembered that one. So here's the larger hill that I was going to climb over and head straight down to this. I see the person in front of me, and I spot the Uppsala jersey, which I know I know my brother started 4 minutes ahead of me, so I realized that has to be him. So I saw that it was the correct direction out of the control wall. So I can just try to catch him over here. See that there are these like two shorter legs here, which get some bad flashbacks to Festival, which was these type of, or the long distance there where I lost all my time technically, or in terms of my orienteering. I made all my mistakes were on these very short and seemingly easy but not so easy legs where I just relaxed a bit too much, but I knew I had to stay focused here and not mess anything up, or not drop the soap as we're going. Here I'm actually a bit surprised. I thought my brother ran really fast. I had to struggle to catch him, and he also ran very cleanly here, so kudos to him. Yeah, and here I see the long leg ahead, and I'm already quite toast in my legs, so I saw the path around him. I was like, yeah, that's for sure gonna be my route. No doubt about it. And then I was, some jokes to my brother, but yeah, I was for sure gonna run all the way to, like, at least half the route, like half the length of the route I was gonna run on the path. So I decided just to run straight to it, and then find my entrance to the control from here. I think also in hindsight, after looking at live logs, I think running on this path was the correct decision. Both actually on this leg itself, but also like long term in terms of saving some legs, because you get some more climbing when you run straight here, or maybe even if you just go slightly to the left and avoid some of it, you still end up with more climbing. So I think the path is superior to any other route chaser. Yeah, it's so steep up here. Really pushing it quite hard. Yeah, I'm trying to plan out the how I'm going to attack the control, and my initial plan was to run up the re-entrance from the intersection in the path here, but I don't know why I get cold feet from it. I somehow believe it's more climbing, which it's of course not. And after looking at live logs, I think as you will see, the best route choice, or the guy with the best time on this leg, he ran up the re-entrance and straight into the control, which was, when you look at it now, it's just the obvious way to attack it. But somehow I just saw some ghosts or something like that, and thought I should run a bit to the right, which of course is just stupid. It's more climbing and it's longer, and you don't get the nice entrance that you get. So yeah, that was just bad execution by me. Should have. But yeah, you'll see that in a short minute. Up here, I see that to the left there's like this. Yeah, you didn't see it too clearly, but it felt like I had to run down to run up again, which is of course not true. So I end up running longer on the path and go to the right here. Which it's just makes yeah, I end up losing time by doing this, and it's a dumb thing to do. At least I know for sure that I'm going to find the control, because it's so easy. I already see the yellow depression here, and then the control should be very easy. But I already have second thoughts on my decision to not run the re-entrance. I know that would have been faster. Oh well, what can you do? You can see people are quite tired as well. It's not only me. A lot of walking. Yeah, and then to the next control here, to the 9, I just see the big ridge or spur that I had to get on the other side of. So that was my only plan, was just to get on the correct side of that ridge and then be led straight into the control. Actually, that was my entire plan. Which is, as you will see, it wasn't. I should have had a little more detailed plan than that. As I get a bit hesitant in towards the end there. And maybe even in hindsight, maybe I should have actually not run in the slope as I end up doing. Here, and rather stayed a bit on top here, and then run flat into the control. Not 100% sure, but I think that would have been a little better. Because this is quite slow actually. It's not fast at all. It's too, like, way too steep, this slope, and it's very hard to run fast, and some nasty sticks and stuff that I have to climb over. Yeah, so here I'm actually I just know that the control has to be somewhere up here. I don't know really where I am completely, and so I tried to relocate here, but I'm not sure which of the depressions I'm running inside of here. And yeah, looking back at it, I mean, this should have been much cleaner for me. I should have stayed like towards the ridge all the way instead of deviating from it like I do here. Where, yeah, I just end up losing time. With the control I have here, it's maybe even just a bit lucky that the control is not. I'm not running past the control here because yeah. Which, yeah, you see, I almost do. Yeah, so that's a bad executed leg. More luck than anything, really. So, yeah, and here to the 10th, I see again the spur or ridge, right? On the way, like, that leads me straight into the control. So I don't really look at anything else. I also noticed the yellow depression, and I think as long as I can just see both, this shouldn't be any problems at all. Which I think, like, on this leg, that's more than sufficient, as long as my bearing out from the control is somewhat correct, which it is, so it's very easy. I think, like, younger me would have done something else here. I would have been way too obsessed with all the smaller details, which in turn would have just slowed me down and increased the possibility of misinterpreting something, misjudging what's up and down. So I think my plan, like my overall plan for this race, is actually very nice for me, because I can be confident that I don't mess anything up like that. Yeah, and to the 11th again, it's a very short one, all about getting a nice bearing, and as you can see, I'm actually quite that I like focusing a lot on not messing that one up after the festival. And here even, I don't even know why I'm looking that intensively at the map. Maybe I'm a bit uncertain of. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that I was actually heading a little. I was heading a little bit on the wrong, like to the left here, so I had to adjust my bearing a bit here. Yeah, so find this as well. Nice leg, and then yeah, to the 12th. I mean, honestly, I see that I'm going to run down a hill, and that there is a small knoll like right before the control, and yeah, again, that together with my with the bearing I'm running in, or the direction I'm running in, is my entire plan here. I catch some guy here as well, but from previous mistakes I've done in the past, I don't really trust him. Nothing personal, but just in general, I don't trust people I catch anymore. Yeah, so here I see, I think, yeah, I believe this to the right here, that was the hill I talked about, or maybe I thought yeah, this one here, that's just over here, yeah, to the control. now I see that there is this flat and very different leg than the previous ones. And the beginning here, I thought what is a depression, and like halfway to the control with the thicker contour here. I thought that was going to be a hill and not a depression, but I realize here that it's not, and then I get very confused of what hill this is. So you see here I look a lot at the map, and because I don't see that there is a hill under the line towards the control, which is the one I'm here. So now I'm actually, yeah, this is just losing my head again. I should have stopped here. Because now I just run on my compass. I could not pinpoint where I'm at here at all. But yeah, this is now I relocate with the with the rocks, and yeah, as you can hear, I honestly state that was luck, which it is, because I was not sure where I was. I just knew that, or I based my faith on my compass again. Which, I mean, to be fair, my compass work was good, so, but I mean, still, not the way you want to execute a leg like that. I should have slowed down and been 100% sure. Yeah, so over to this control, I see that I actually struggle quite hardly with, or struggle quite a lot with understanding the map, but I see again this ridge, this spur ahead of the control, and I see also the 9th control, so I thought what better than to run down and see the 9th control and use that as like an entrance point, which, as you will see, I think this plan was superior, like by far the best. As this, I think I get the best like leg time here, fastest leg time. So here I just run. I don't know where I'm at all, but I know I just gonna find the ridge and then run down behind it and see the control. That's my only plan. So I use my compass, and that's about it. Yeah, so up here, run quite hard. I'm already very tired, but I sense that it has can't be that far left now, but of course it's still quite a distance left. Yeah, here's the ridge, and then finally some downhill. And there I see the 9th control. I pinpointed on my map, and now I know that the control should be very easy. I'm still, like, I don't want to mess it up or do any stupid things, so I'm looking quite a lot at the map just to be sure. But I understand that this is the small ridge before, or small spur right before the control, and my control should be just behind it, which it is. So very happy with this leg, as you can see. Best leg time, so we'll take those. Yeah, and then to the 15th, I just see that I have to get down this steep hill or steep slope, and then stay close to it and see the rock and Mars right before the control. That's basically my only plan, and I try to focus on not running too quickly down to the bottom, and try to use, like, get a nice little straighter towards the control, and then get a longer but less steep downhill where I can run faster. But it's so steep from from right to left here that I struggle a bit with like my speed. So I decide to go down quite quickly just to be sure. And here I'm not sure how far I am towards the control. So I'm quite tired, so I struggle with navigating rationally here, but I know that the hill on the left should be one of those longer ones that you see, like oval hills before the rocks. This being like the very indistinct stream. But I'm a little bit concerned that I'm running past the control or something. But here I see the rock, so that makes it quite simple. And I see the marsh on the left here, which makes it that much easier. It's quite different, like such a different terrain type than what I've been running on thus far. So you have to kind of flip a switch in my orienteering here, base my navigation on other things than just large hills. So, but I think I do a good job. So here I just see that I just have to get past the river and then up the hill. And as long as my direction is quite good, it should be easy to find this one. Yeah, so it's quite steep up here. I even have to walk a few steps, I think. Yeah, here. Already quite tired, or already towards the end, but if I'm in good shape, I should never be walking up these hills. That's just a bad sign. It's just time loss. Yeah, but here I kind of sense and see the open area right in front of me here. Where I know the control should be. So. There it is. So I see that there's a route choice here, but yeah, as you can hear, fuck it. I don't want to run. I don't want to run straight here. I just want to go, or even like run a bit, not run like perpendicular to the path just to get to it, but I just end up doing it. I see all the under vegetation, and I don't want to have any of that at all. But so, and I actually saw that I didn't lose much time here. I think I lost 3, 4, 5 seconds or something on going straight to the path instead of running a bit more to, like, not running as straight to the path as you maybe normally would have. Yeah, here I run hard, just trying to squeeze out some energy. I think I actually thought that more people would run straight here, even though, like, I don't know why you would do that, but I thought I had to justify my decision to run on the path. So yeah, 325, a slight uphill. That's not too bad actually. In the end of the race, I had some energy left actually, even though I've been complaining about being tired. As long as it's flat and the surface is quite nice, I can run at least a little quick. And I see that, like, I have to turn in before the green area here, because these mountain terrains, green like that can be really bad. So, but honestly, from here to the control is just terrible. I don't have any plan at all, other than my direction and trying to, like, retroactively or just pick out the features as I run towards the control to relocate. Very passive way of running again, but so I don't think that was right at all. And as you'll see, I end up making a mistake as well, or a small mistake. So I should have had more of a plan here. Seeing the few of the rocks and yellow areas. I never really lose track of where I am here. I kind of know all the time, like, where-ish I am at, but I don't run with any plan here. I just run on, use my compass and run. And by doing that in these type of flatter areas, you're very vulnerable for like 15, 20, 30 seconds mistakes, which I end up doing here. So next time I need to be more aware of that and try to actually make out a plan, orienteer more actively. I think I ran quite quickly here actually. It's not the speed that's the problem. It's my decision to not have a plan. But here I know that I know where I'm at. The problem is I don't want to run up the hill because it's so nice to run here. Very standard, typical, dumb thing to do. So I'm dragged too far to the right just by the decision not to run straight up the hill immediately. Yeah, and here I understand that something is a little bit wrong. Or maybe I understand it soon, not quite yet. Yeah, so here it's very open and it shouldn't be open, and now I realize that my control needs to be or should be at the left, and yeah, there I see it. So that's, yeah, a dumb way to lose, like, I don't know, 15-20 seconds maybe. Yeah, and here it's just all about the compass and the yellow area with the marsh, so very easy finish to the race. Look at the watch, trying to see how fast I'm running. Then, yeah, there I see the control and see that it's just all about getting to the path quickly. Squeeze out the last bits of energy. And here I'm already happy with my race, like, I know that now I'm virtually done, so and did a really good, at least for me, a good technical race. No major problems, and I actually, yeah, I was like overperforming in my eyes in terms of the terrain type. I thought I had to run way slower to run cleanly, but I was able to run pretty much all out, like 90-95% of the course, and still make only minor mistakes. So yeah, I punched the wrong control. I thought that there was only going to be one blast control, so I was like, what the hell? It was the wrong code and everything, but yeah. Here I understand that the blast control should be here instead. A little sad because that ruined the possibility of getting best leg time here as well. I think I had the second one or third. Yeah, and then the sprint. Had some energy left for the sprint. Not too much, but a little. You always have some energy, right? As long as you're not bunking like I did last weekend. And then to the finish. And happy with my race and the fifth place I ended up getting in the end there.